It's been 50 years since the War of the Wilds, and still nothing grows on the Kindlelands. The exact day the flora of the world stood up and ravaged the cities of the Graynor Peninsula is lost to the ages. After the Great Fire tore its way from west to east, turning the land barren and fallow, the otherworldly patrons, the guides, and the great cities of the Kindlelands worked together in their own way to bring a kind of peace to a war-torn people. It is a gentle, delicate balance, and something or someone threatens it. Welcome to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I'll be your GM. Today, we'll take the long road to our final confrontation of this arc of episodes. As we near the end of this portion of our adventure and close out the year, I want to thank everyone who has come with us so far. We've been at this for about 7 months, and I'm so excited with where the show has gone and where it's going. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path. I do feel like there's an elephant in the room we should be discussing, and that is the fact that Ryan's students have found the podcast.
They have!
Hello,
they found the
Ryan
podcast!
They found the podcast.
I'm so happy about it.
All right. Boys and girls, go back to the shop. You did not clean those paintbrushes correctly. Yes, I noticed. You thought I wouldn't notice. I noticed. Go back, do it again. Use soap and warm water.
Gotta wait for that water to warm up, kids.
Yep. And if the water is clear when it comes out, then you know it's clean.
Dude, for real though, cleaning out brushes takes forever.
It does. It sucks. Especially when I buy the cheap brushes and the cheap paint because money, but also because they're I'm not gonna buy super nice brushes for freshmen to learn how to paint.
No, that's a smart move.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah, I actually have what I call my Kelly rack.
Nice.
Of brushes that I have. I bought myself a set of 5 very, very, very nice paintbrushes that there's just a big air window and tape around them that just says "Do not touch" all around. There's some caution tape.
They're for you and any students that you trust.
Yeah, so they're for me.
There you go. Ooh. So guys, I got all Megan and Johannes. I got these fun sheets.
Oh, you got the cool sheet.
You got the cool one? Nice.
They're fun. I got
Have you leveled up yet, Zach?
Oh, I have.
You leveled up?
No, I did. I leveled up on my old sheet and I just kind of copied everything over. So
cool.
All right. So on the topic of the podcast, do we want to talk about Xanathars and do we want to talk about leveling?
Ooh. What you guys can talk about?
Xanathars is out.
You guys can talk about leveling. We're getting started about an hour later than anticipated.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bros.
It's okay. We can pop in and do a quick Xana chat at any point.
That's fair.
But for right now, let's dive in and.
The best part about that Xana chat is that by the time this episode comes out, it's only 6 weeks later.
The nice thing about Xana chat is I can pop it out pretty much whenever. If I want to do a bonus episode.
We should just
an off week episode. How about be fun?
We could just spend the next 3 hours playing. Let it be 11:30. Who's got to be up? Who's got to be at work early? I have to be at work. I've got to be at work at 8:45.
9:30, but I don't sleep anyway.
So that's true. So let's see how Sleepy Boy TM we are at the end, and maybe we can just Xana chat.
That also works. I'm down with that.
Cool.
We can do that. No.
All right, level 5. Yeah, I have gone up to
level 5,
level 3 Barbarian, level 2 Druid. So I got an HP boost. I'm at 41 max HP now. I'm a hefty boy. TM. We can't just keep TMing everything that just throws boy on the end of an adjective. I got my my subclass, so I went Barbarian Path of the Totem Warrior, which means to start you get to pick a totem spirit, and I went with Eagle. So while raging, I can dash as a bonus action, and opportunity attacks get disadvantage against me. And then I also get the ability to cast the spells Beast Sense and Speak with Animals for free.
Yeah, and we all proficiency bonus up. I hit Fighter level 5, which is the easiest level up in the world, because I get proficiency bonus up, because everybody does, because it's level 5. I got more hit points to take me to a nice solid 57.
Yeah, buddy.
57
Back down to the weakest
hit
player.
Points. Good. And the only thing that I get at level 5 is extra attack.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
This is gonna be nice. What'd you get, Zach Rob?
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Zach Rob.
I love you. I just want to get that out there again.
I'm
Zach, come back to Ohio.
I miss you guys.
We miss you.
Like hardcore. Alright, so what I took in my my level up, of course I got that proficiency bonus that everyone else gets. I'm up to a nice 36 hit points.
Pretty good.
What else did I get?
not bad.
I got a new
Not bad.
Eldritch Invocation. I took the Eldritch
Handy.
Spear. So my Eldritch Blast now has a range of 300 feet.
Sniper Elite. Love it.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Thought about taking that. It's a good one.
It's very good. I now have good old Jackson Silver's Rapier, which it'll get some use, probably.
Yes, you do. It'll get some use.
What else did I get?
You can throw
I
it 300
forgot
feet.
about the fact that I have a book full of cantrips that I haven't used in forever.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about that recently because Chase and I were talking about Vicious Mockery.
I had Vicious Mockery, Thaumaturgy, and Guidance, which Guidance would be super useful had I totally not forgot about it. I also got a third level spell that I want to... I believe you guys know what it is, but I want to keep it under wraps until the time comes.
Sure.
That's fair.
Okay.
Is it? Okay, Zach Rob, here's the question. Is it that one that you texted me about?
Oh, it is in fact that one that I texted you about.
Okay, good.
Okay, should we also, I think it might be worthwhile, Chase, to briefly have a mention of how we're not following Xanathar's for the current characters.
Yeah, good call. Thank you. Yes.
Because you might even be able to drop that onto the episode for this next Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here is the thing. We are not, if I haven't mentioned it yet already, Xanathar's Guide to Everything has come out.
Woo-woo!
And those of us who are, and by those of us, I'm pretty sure it's actually just Ryan.
I think it's just Ryan.
It is now, yeah.
Using stuff that comes from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. And we are not going to be taking that into account because it includes a huge nerf.
Huge nerf
to Samurai. And while I'm sure it makes for a more balanced experience, that is not the experience that Ryan signed up for when making his character initially. So,
Also, we only have a party of 3, so like,
yeah,
bring the more ass whooping. Why not?
right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm fine with how everything is going right now, so there's no need to change it. Once we reach the end of this story, whenever that is, I'm not trying to chart that out at this point. We're still a little ways off. We will revisit everybody's builds, and people can kind of respec a little bit if they'd like to. As it is, though, we're just going to kind of stay the course. We've got the Unearthed Arcana's versions of everything downloaded and saved off to the side. So if it comes to it, we've got it. Patronic Natures by Rogar Shenestiliath. Dedication. To my wife, Thava, for enduring countless months of travel, uncomfortable nights in uncomfortable places, and undertaking the greatest adventure with me, parenthood. The patrons have been with us in some form or another since the start of recorded history. However, as that largely starts only 500 years ago, it says little. The Deep, the Sleeping Seer, the Wanderer, the General, the Forebearer, and Gaia have become an integral part of magical lore within the Kindlelands. Happily, it is with the blessing of King Graynor himself that I am given leave to venture across our great lands and discover more about them, their history, and maybe find out more about our history as well. It is these words that stop Zafiir in his tracks. Words certainly penned by a partially remembered father, dedicated to a partially remembered mother. When we last left our heroes, we were within the library of Plainswatch, behind a grated door in a section that was clearly blocked off from the general population. Jackson and Mordecai, I would like you two to make me perception checks.
Oh, just diving right in. Huh?
Here we go.
Hot damn. 24.
20, not natural.
About the same time, both of you find a lever that seems like it operates the gate to the area that you are in.
I grab it and realize that I've put my hand over Mordecai's, and it's a little awkward, but we're
I was
okay with
thinking
it.
the exact same thing for a bit.
I want to paint you a word picture real quick.
Paint it.
So as their hands meet, they linger for a moment,
Jesus.
and you look at each other. And in your brains, at the same time, you just hear, "At last, my love is coming on." But no, that's not the words. I messed it up. It's fine. Continue on.
That's okay.
You got closer
You
than I
avoided
would.
copyright that way.
It's better that way.
Yeah. Copyright
It was a
infringement.
parody.
Bam. Hey, Chase.
Yeah.
Is there a date of publication in this book?
There is. It is listed slightly after your birth.
Okay. Gotcha. Just wanted to know, like, if it was published after the shit happened.
No. I imagine, and we've never actually codified this, but I imagine that all happened when you were about 5.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, so this would have been when you were about 2 or 3.
cool.
How old is Zafiir? Have we talked about that?
We haven't.
Zafiir, he's not
Let's
too
talk
old.
about
I would
that.
say he's maybe like mid-30s, like 35,
I was thinking about the same
36.
for Mordecai, roughly.
That's fair.
Jackson Silver's like 19.
Yeah, Jackson's like
He's a
19.
young boy.
Yeah.
A tiny armor boy.
Yes. It's why I'm full of bravado.
You're right.
That's what they call
And
it.
so easily distracted by things like swishy capes.
Hey, don't talk bad about my cape. I like it. All right. Well, are we going to pull this lever?
You first, buddy.
Okay, I pull the lever.
All right, you pull the lever and the gate swings open. The outside of this area looks much, much, much worse for wear. You actually you poke your head out and you can see that vines and leaves and plants have all kind of busted their way into the rest of the library. Where you are right now seems to be protected somehow.
I draw my scythe, which I imagine I sheath it kind of like a sword, but the blade is the last thing into the sheath. So I
Like
can
an
just
axe.
kind of grab it and pull it out like that.
So you have a frog of sorts.
Yeah.
There you go.
But great-great-granddaddy's scythe at the ready. I'm going to step out. And do I see any of these 4-foot gray elf creatures?
Well, hang on. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm a little beat up. I'm not too beat up. I can keep going. I'm a little beat up. I'd appreciate a quick snoozle.
If you would like, I am rather stocked up on healing potions.
Yeah, but healing potions can't return spell slots, my dude.
That is very fair.
Sorry, non-magic person here. What is the spell slot?
What powers are magical abilities? You know, like a pool of sorts. Once you run out, you cannot cast more spells and whatnot.
You have a pool slot? A slot of
Yes.
pools? A
You-
pool
you,
of slots.
You got it.
That's about as far as we're gonna get, yeah.
Okay. Like, in your brain space?
I pulled Jackson real close, and like, I'm not actually sincere, but I look real sincere, and I'm like, "You are wise for your age, sir. Wise beyond your years." And I pat your armor, and I walk away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If I stick my head out the gate, what do I see?
The entire library has kind of been fucked up just a little bit.
All right, guys, so the rest of the library is out there, but we could, I think, how did you put it, Mordecai, take a little snoozle?
Take a little snoozle, yeah.
Jackson, I would like you to roll me a history check at advantage.
Well,
Oh boy.
this'll go well.
I said advantage.
You have advantage.
Yep, I know. 7.
That tree's real
It is an
close to
intelligence
here.
skill.
Odds are, like, you're not too far from where you're trying to get.
All right, so if the tree's there and we're here, and hey, aren't we on some sort of a clock?
We were given a couple days, right?
Yeah, so we're still good on time, right, boys?
This is like our first like actual night.
Yeah, we
isn't
made it here in like
It is.
8 hours, I think, or so. Something like that.
No. I have been calling this mini arc the long day.
Rad.
It's been a really friggin' long day.
It's been a long
day.
Boys, we talked about this. Copyright.
Hey, I think that's well within fair use.
Okay.
Anything under 30 seconds is usually fine.
Okay. But I just want...
Bow.
Plus, we split it up between us.
I just wanted to rag on him.
All right, so this room's probably safer than out there. I want to go back to the lever and throw the lever the other way.
All right, and the gate swings shut.
Nice.
Hey, look. I figured it out.
Oh, Gary's still with us, right?
He is.
All right, cool.
Hi, Gary.
And last I remember, Gary was pretty beat up because of me. We did patch him up a little bit. We gave him a pot.
You did. You did give him a pot.
I think that if we're going to be going into this, if we're close, it may be worthwhile to chill here for a while.
I think that'll work.
Sure, let us rest.
Does anybody have anything that y'all would like to do before you go to bed?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Zafiir. So you know how sometimes I just have things and I don't think to find out what they are?
No.
So
yes. Sure.
I have some things, and I think you might be able to do your magic and tell me what they can do.
I can. Well, what you can do is, can't you spend like an hour with something to figure it out? Because I don't have Identify. Like, I can Arcana check it and figure out like it's School of Magic, or I can use like Eldritch Sight.
I thought you had Identify or Detect Magic or something.
I'll Eldritch Sight it. That tells me it's School of Magic.
Okay. I have 2 items that I think you gave me off random table rolls that I have no idea what they do.
Okay.
At least in like Adventurers League, if you spend an hour just kind of acquainting yourself with an item, you can kind of figure out what it does.
DM, what do you want me to do?
What do you have?
I have the Simple Flask of Sunshine.
Right, I did give you that.
And then I have written down Magical Box of Red Clay.
Okay. Yes, I remember that.
And I do not know what either of these things do, and I would like to at least have an idea of the correct situation.
Okay.
The Flask of Sunshine you got from the guild, because that was the same time I got the pony.
Yeah, that was like game 3 or 4.
Yeah, but it doesn't say what it does. It just says it's an unknown gold liquid.
If you would like, I can spend some time and try to discern what they do.
I would appreciate it, because I would really like to know if I'm supposed to drink this yellow. I'm really trying not to think of it as piss. Or if I'm supposed to throw it at something.
It is probably piss, but I'll take a look at it for you.
It smells different, though. It doesn't smell like piss.
Well, then, yeah, I'll before I go to bed, I'll spend a little time with these little items, try to figure out what they are. Hopefully using my Eldritch Sight to kind of give me a little more insight on the...
Okay. This will be both of your things for the duration of the long rest, but I will let you suss out this game 3 item I gave you.
Which I kind of forgot about.
You're going to be kicking yourself because it's real good.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm respecting the fiction.
I respect your respect of the fiction.
Respect the fic.
First, he hands you the box of red clay, and you open it up, and this is a box of red clay.
It's just red clay?
It's just red clay. It's just a box of clay.
I like, he hands it to me, I look at it, and I go, Jackson, this is just clay. What made you think this was magical?
Because where did I get that? I don't know. Why is that in my pack?
Oh my god, it happened to you.
Can I make a history check to see if I can remember putting it in my pack?
You can.
Or if someone slipped it in.
You can, in fact. Do it at advantage because it happened like 3 hours ago.
History is a 10.
Congratulations, you meet the 3 hours ago DC. Yeah, you picked it up out of a stall.
I did? Okay, I don't remember that.
I put it back in Jackson's hands. I just go, maybe take up sculpture. And I go back to looking at the flask.
That's a great idea.
Now, the Simple Flask of Sunshine, that's a different matter entirely. You pick it up and it's a small glass flask, and the water on the inside sloshes around very pleasantly, very prettily. It glitters a little bit. And over the course of the evening, you realize this is a basic healing potion that refills every dawn.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's super cool.
The amount of use we would have gotten out of that.
Oh, man.
I let Jackson know what this is.
Well, I'm so glad we know what that is now. This is going to be super useful moving forward. Also, and I pull out from my pack 2 other regular healing potions. So if I've got that one, do either of you boys need these?
I hold up but the pocket of my bag that's just like stuffed with healing potions. I'm like, I'm good, but thank you.
Okay, great.
I'll take one.
All right, Mordecai, I'll give you one of my healing potions. One of the regular ones.
Thank you. I have 3 now.
All right.
Get on my level, I have 6.
Yeah, for my long rest activity, I actually want to start documenting everything, pretty much. Because my mom, and I'm imagining that she's going to want to report, and the details are going to be better the fresher they are. I owe it to her to not fuck this up.
Nice. Make me an intelligence saving throw at advantage.
Sure. 13.
Cool. So you start writing, and you're able to get the grasp of things pretty well. Your details about the first couple of days of your excursion are a little fuzzier, but this last day is chronicled very well.
Cool.
All right. And as you all are getting ready to hunker down and go to sleep, Jackson, you check your Addy line. And
yes, I do. I do that every night before I go to bed.
And for once, she has finally written the fuck back.
Hi, Christina.
Yay! Hi, Christina.
Oh, God.
Jackson. Hi! Sorry it took so long to respond. Things are a little crazy since you left. So, Darklings. I didn't know much about them myself, but there are a few legends around them, with them either being the progenitor of the Elvis race, or vice versa. Either way, they live beyond the gates of the Feywilds and don't venture out often. One, because since the war, we don't typically take kindly to things so fluorophilious. And 2, because typically the gates and barriers to the Feywilds tend to stay closed. XO, yours truly, Addy.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Guys, do you know what florlulis means?
Jackson, you're gonna need to give me something.
Guys, I need some help. Help me out here, please. It's Addy. Help me out, please. I don't know.
Okay.
Here, I'll. It's right here. It starts with an F, and it sounds like flora. I think it's a fancy word for trees, but we're talking about things. So,
what is going on?
Oh, Addy wrote back.
Oh. Are you going to tell her that you're in love with her, or are you just going to...
Zafiir, let him find his feelings on his own.
Do you think I should?
I'm sorry.
I don't... Hold on. Guys, I'm already confused about this word she used, and I don't have a dictionary because we're in an apocalyptic, darkling grass
I
world.
walk up and I grab it, and I look at whatever the word is.
The word is florophilius. Somebody who likes plants.
I tell him that.
I'm gonna make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Zafiir and Mordecai sat there. They're like, "Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it?"
12. I'm gonna take a 12.
Sure. Okay, you can grok it.
Right. So I asked her about Darklings, boys. Evidently they are from the Feywilds, and they stay there because we hate trees, but they like trees because it's the Feywilds.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But if they like trees, and Gaia's a tree, and Gaia is a Fey patron, wait a second. I've got to take the Fey patrons, right? I've got to take those in my brain space, and
They're
one of
going
those
in your body, yes.
and one of them likes trees.
One of them is trees.
No, No, I can't. Fuck the trees. Fuck trees.
I'm just saying, I offered to take the Fae back when we were in the Wanderer's place.
I wanna try again. Can we start over, please? Can we go
I'm
back?
not sure that's how
Jackson.
that works, bud.
Get it together. Slugger.
Remember that time Jackson called for a retcon?
Easy, buddy. Breathe in, breathe out. All that noise.
Hey, guys. She wrote back. Score.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a point for Jackson.
I'm gonna write back to Addie before I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, hey Addie, thank you for the information on Darklings. I was confused by your big words, but I understand now. We're in Plainswatch, and there's a giant evil tree that we might have to save, but there's Darklings. Have you ever met a fairy dragon before? Do they have any special abilities or powers? This one can kind of sort of talk to us. He's our friend. His name is Gary. Maybe he can be friends with your bird friend. I think that's all. We're gonna have to do the right tomorrow when we get to Gaia. I hope I don't change too much because it's my turn for a patron to ride shotgun.
What is a shotgun?
And I get the Fey ones. So it's gonna be a rough time. Hopefully not much changed when either of the two
You're gonna run out of
boys,
cards
and
here in a second.
I flip it over and write on the back.
I was about to say.
The other two boys didn't change too much when they got their patrons, so hopefully this all works out. Okay, bye.
Zafiir's
XOXO.
just like standing over your shoulder and is like,
All right.
you really need to look out for run-on sentences.
What?
The three of you hunker down and you actually have a very peaceful night's sleep here in the library. It's not super comfortable, but you're also not harried by any of the local baddies or beasties. You wake up the next morning and partake of rations that are certainly in your pack. Does anybody do anything before you take off into the heart of the city?
I thought it would be pretty self-explanatory, but I definitely have Dad's book.
Absolutely. You pocket that.
Before we step out, I want to take a second and pray to the Guardian again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But this time I'll use my scythe now.
Sure.
And I'll set that down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Guardian. This is Jackson. Sorry. You probably know that. So we're about to go do a thing. I'd really like it if we didn't all kick it today, because if we kick it, then this whole place will burn down. And Plainswatch is a good city. There's good people here, and they make a lot of food. And that's important. And, we'd just like to not suck today. Okay, thanks.
Go ahead and make me a religion check.
14 minus 1 is 13.
Okay. Go ahead and take a point of inspiration.
Ooh, thank you. I will use that for all of the intelligence-based rolls that I'm making so far.
The three of you walk out of the library onto the main drag of the road. Easily one of the widest roads you've ever been on, this clearly not only served as a means of conveyance, but a place of trade. More shop stalls litter the road, as a single route seems to have shot all its way down the road and directly into a nearby building.
Wow.
Despite the route, it's a straight shot into the center of town.
Have I been here before? I'm going to assume.
Yes, you're gauging about a 10-minute walk from where you are right now.
Right. About 10 minutes that way, boys. And holy shit, that's a big tree. That's not a tree. That's a root.
I would like you all to make perception checks for
There's
me.
trouble. 15.
14.
23.
Jackson, as you're saying that, oh, that's a big tree, oh, that's a root, and you turn your head, you can see that this root has shot directly into a shop called the Shield Bearer. And on the back wall you see, held in place, a very dead Goliath.
Ooh.
I would like to go investigate the Goliath.
He is different from the one that you met in Norwalk. He's got a full head of hair for one, but he bears the same leather armor with the same patch that you saw there as well.
With the shape, with the symbol on it.
The weird snake tongue stick figure man.
Guys, I think this tree killed this Goliath, and I'm feeling very conflicted.
Can I make an investigation check just to kind of read the room?
You can.
It's going to be 17.
You find two things, actually. You find a note, tightly folded in his hand, explaining how the ritual he was trying to perform was supposed to work. Planting a single succulent, blessed by the guides at the base of the fountain, would open a gate to the glowing wilds, allowing one who entered to commune with Gaia. However, a blessing of blood, instead, would open a true portal to the one who planted it. It would throw open the gates of the Feywild and allow Gaia to manifest on this plane, opening her up to mortality.
What the fuck?
Huh? What? Why does this Goliath have hair?
I don't think that is the most important thing.
That's not what's important right now. What did you find?
So, you know the big box of plants that I got? This note is talking about the ritual.
Okay.
Which is weird. I feel like that's kind of important, like, privileged knowledge, but it says that planting one succulent, blessed by the guides, opens a gate.
Okay.
Where we can do the ritual thing that we've been doing with the rest of the patrons.
Okay.
It says that if with a succulent infused with blood...
Blood? Like...
It opens a true gate, according to this thing.
Like, whose blood?
I don't know. Could be anybody's. But with that, then, it would let the Feywild, the Gaia's realm, be able to cross over more into ours and make her easier to kill.
Right. So, yeah, that would explain all the creatures. Maybe they know that she's killable now, and they're just trying to protect their boss. Wait, I'm gonna make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Never mind. I've rolled a 4.
Nope. You don't got
it. It was there, and then...
Well, Jackson, what I'm worried about is they may have already popped this ritual off.
Well, no, that makes sense. But no, I had a... I don't know, I lost it. But no, that makes sense, though. If they popped that off and broke down the barriers between the planes and the... Yeah.
Hey, Zafiir.
Yes.
Can we do the translate? I need to ask Gary something.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Hey, Gary, how'd you get here?
Gate opened up.
Okay, so about what I thought. I think we need to
Yes.
pick up the pace a little bit.
Jackson and I were discussing that everything that's happening with this tree, I don't think it is so much attacking the town as it is protecting itself.
With the encounter with Gary and the elk? Yeah, that tracks.
I don't like elks anymore. I didn't know they hurt that much. I have an idea now.
Yeah?
Right. Hey, Mordecai, do you have our succulents?
Sure.
Could you, compare those instructions with the instructions you just found?
I do so.
They line up pretty well, except your instructions don't have that last bit about the blood.
Yeah.
So, planting one succulent really is the correct thing. They had good information, somehow. You know what that means?
No, I don't need you jumping to conclusions when we got trees to fight.
There's a mole, and it's a tree.
There's a mole in the ground right in front of you. Go get it.
I attack the ground.
Whatever the thing,
Good,
we
let's
need to
keep
get
going.
moving now.
Yeah, about 10 minutes that way.
All right.
We'll follow the route.
And Mordecai, that investigation was a 17, wasn't it?
Yes.
As you turn around to walk out, you notice on the ground, up in the corner of the building, a tiny black glass sphere. And you pick it up, and you recognize it as one of the same glass spheres that the guy in the first place had.
Oh,
One of the little like black hole bomb
no.
things.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
What? Is that what I think it is?
The black hole bomb from the Wanderer's territory? Yes, it is.
The thing that the Wanderer said could kill him?
Yes.
I don't want to take this with me because I don't know what's going to set it off, but I definitely don't want to leave it here.
Does it look used?
Oh, no.
No?
All right, actually, I have a cunning plan. It's
Great.
really not that cunning. It's actually pretty basic. I'm going to use mold earth to just dig a fucking hole and put it in it.
All right. You put this thing in the hole.
Now, are you going to remember where that is, or do we need to draw an X over it?
Do we need to remember where it is?
It's a weapon that could kill the patrons, and we have one job, and that is don't let them die.
I'll leave an indicator for it subtly nearby.
How about this? Just look at the dead body that's right next to it.
Oh. Perfect.
Well, there's that too. Yeah, that works.
All right, let's go.
The three of you leave the shield bearer, and you wander deeper into the town. Here the shade is nearly as dark as night. Wisps of magic light spark for slight moments before fading away. I need everybody to make me perception checks at disadvantage, except for Mordecai, you can have it normally.
Cool. I have rolled an unnatural 20.
7.
Lowest was a 15.
15 and 7, was it?
Yes.
Jackson, as you are walking forward, I would like you to roll me a d6.
D6. 6.
Okay.
That sounded like the D20 of awfulness.
It did, in fact, and with good reason. As the three of you are walking through the streets, Zafiir and Mordecai, the two of you notice, quickly enough to save yourselves, but not quickly enough to save Jackson, that there are multiple animals just stuck here in the road. Unfortunately, Jackson, you weren't able to warn him in time, as he steps full onto a boar.
Oh!
This boar lashes out and attacks you for 4 damage.
So,
Ow.
like they're laying down on the ground?
Like laying down on the ground in the street.
Oh, no.
Are they moving? Or are they just, completely stationary, like statues?
Go ahead and make me another perception check.
That's much worse. That's an 8.
You barely saw the wolf that you were about to step on before you hopped out of the way. But now you're looking around and you see them. It looks like they just kind of went to sleep here. Now, this boar has definitely woken up and started thrashing around a bit.
Well, yeah.
I kill the boar.
Okay?
No.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
24.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
12.
Okay, it's dead.
Cool.
This thing hits you with a tusk, and you just instinctually grab your scythe and just gore into its neck. As you pull out, you see that around its foot there's a bear trap.
Oh, hey, guys. Good news. The boar found the bear trap for us, so we didn't find the bear trap.
Jackson, when you turn back to say that, you see Mordecai, reaching into his bag and pulling out the salt block.
I
was gonna calm him down. That's okay.
Well,
it's okay.
Mordecai, you know what we could do? We could have Zafiir cook the boar, and we could have bacon.
Remember that we're trying to the urgency we were trying to move forward with?
Oh, right, yes.
Now that I've seen the bear trap once, can I see that are they all bear traps?
Yes. Yep, they are all trapped.
Oh, Boise.
Do you want to take the bear trap with you?
I kind of just want to take a second and help these guys out, but that urgency I just talked about. Yeah. Zafiir, do you think we should? What do you want to do? Move forward?
They aren't going anywhere. I'd say we go and finish this and then come back.
Weird. How many animals are there?
Roll me a perception check. One more.
One more again.
One more again. 17.
Okay, you see 6 animals.
Okay. I'm going to cast Goodberry.
Okay.
And I'm going to go around and I'm going to feed each of these animals a berry.
Okay.
That's so nice.
They regain 1 hit point and they're nourished for 24 hours.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that animal handling.
Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah,
it's time,
there it
boys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is very good. That's a 21.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
16 plus
You
5.
make 6 new animal friends this day.
Fantastic. That's all Mordecai's ever wanted.
You find another boar, and you feed him the berry, and there is a giant weasel, a lion, a wolf, a giant goat, and a brown bear. And all of them have a good berry.
See, boys, like, you gotta understand, I can become most of these things now. This kind of hits home a little bit more now.
I'm sorry, it's not 7 friends, Mordecai.
Yeah,
But
I
he
mean,
did kind of take a bite out of my foot there.
Look, you got instincts, I got instincts, it happens. I think I'm big into the circle of life now. I think that's part of druidism. Anyway, let's keep trucking. Let's get out of here. Let's
All right.
get done so we can free these beautiful boys.
Can I
girls.
investigate the traps?
You sure can.
They're sharp.
Yep. Roll sharp. And as you move past the animals, about halfway to your final goal, you see the first statue. A human male, a hunter by the looks of it, looking over his shoulder with grim determination. You see him placing down one of these bear traps. And as you find him, you see others, a woman, a child, covering the spectrum of races and ages.
Jackson, what's all this?
This is new. This is bad. Can I make perception or investigation on one of these statues?
Sure.
10. Can I tell what kind of material it is?
Stone.
Stone. Guys, I've heard legends of things that can turn things to stone. Is this one of those type situations? Because there's a lot of statues of people here, and they weren't here before. Also, this is not where I would put a bunch of statues.
Eldridge site. Does it look like the statues have been magically transformed into that?
Inconclusive. Kind of hard to tell.
Are there any sort of, like, placards or, like, inscriptions or anything like that?
There are not.
How many are there?
In your immediate vicinity, 9.
So it looks like there's more stretching back further into the town as you go.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, this is not good.
If this is a Medusa, then we're fucked.
Can I roll something, GM, to see if I recognize anyone?
Sure. We'll call that investigation.
Could we call that perception?
At disadvantage.
Okay, that's probably still better. Okay, yes, that's better. At disadvantage, that's a 10.
Okay. You don't see anybody familiar nearby.
Okay.
We have all these statues going forward, like down the road.
Yep.
How close we are to the because we're going to that big fountain, right?
Correct.
Like just a trail of statues to that fountain.
Yep.
Would you say the statues are in unnatural poses or positions, like they were caught that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, someone has turned these into this way.
Okay.
I'm gonna make an intelligence check.
Go for it.
Those have become my least favorite words.
Guys, I read a book one time, and in that book, there was this witch, right? And she had a magic wand, and it was always winter, right? It was super cold, always winter.
Oh my god, I hate you.
And what she did was she turned everyone that she didn't like into stone. What if Gaia's a witch? Or what if Gaia has a witch who can turn people to stone? I don't remember the book very well. I don't think it ended well for anyone involved.
I'm going to go out on a limb, which I realize is a pretty problematic statement considering our respective feelings on trees.
Yes, continue.
And say no.
Okay.
Otherwise, why the hell are we here?
Well, maybe the witch can only, like, the only magic thing she can do is turn people into stone. She can't do anything else. Like the Darklings. They've shot magic vine arrows at us, and that's pretty much the only thing they've done. That Goliath, he got killed by a root, and that's pretty much the only thing he's done.
What? I fail to see the point you're trying to make.
Yeah, I'm very confused by what you're trying to say to us.
I'm just saying that there's something out there that can turn these people into stone. And
yeah, I thought we landed on that already.
And I was just trying to relay about a book I remembered reading, because you guys are like smart magic types. And okay, I'll just keep walking.
I give your book report a B-.
That's the best grade I've ever gotten.
I have an idea. I don't know if this necessarily applies, but I want to essentially ready an action.
Sure.
I guess.
Okay.
I want to ready a fog cloud.
Okay.
In case that we stumble across anything that might have petrification based on sight.
Okay.
Like common mythological creatures. So if I see anything like magical and sketchy, I'm gonna pop up a fog cloud centered on us.
Okay.
So just don't stray too far, boys.
All right. I draw my scythe and go, well, let's do this. All right. Let's go.
All right.
I take the lead because I'm the beefy boy. Let's go save a patron.
Nearing the tree, the road begins to narrow. While the surrounding streets are meant for carts, this part is clearly meant for pedestrian traffic. Here, the buildings seem to bend and buckle back in on themselves as the roots and vines and plants choke the infrastructure out of their original forms. You round the final corner and you see another statue. A woman. A human. Bow drawn to her eye. Grim grimace drawn upon her face. Jackson, you do recognize her. This is your cousin Lenore.
Is she facing us or where we're heading?
Facing in towards the tree.
Good call.
Okay. Shit.
You okay, bud?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah. So.
We will return for whatever did this, but for right now, we need to tend to the tree.
Yes, we do. I just say a quick prayer to the guardian.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of pat the statue on the back and hope for safety at this point. That's all we have.
Absolutely. Make a religion check.
Sure. 2.
Okay.
This is a bad time, and we're all going to die.
Yep, you're super scared. The base of the tree, to you three, feels like another world. The bird song that you've been hearing as you've been getting deeper and deeper into the city is now louder than ever. The fountain, clearly shattered somewhere beneath the tree, is pooling water all throughout the square. And a massive portal, flecked with every color and hue, shimmers within the tree itself. Between you and it, though, a woman cradles her head in her hands. Ragged breathing can be heard from where you are.
Hello?
We're here to help.
She stands and looks at you, and it's not her pallid skin that catches your eyes first, or even the arrow sticking out from one of her eyes. No, it is her hair, a writhing mass of snakes undulating on the top of her head.
Fog clap!
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and on Facebook at facebook.com/anotherpathpodcast. You can also find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Ryan at Ryan_Albrecht, Griffin at GriffCold, and Zach at ThatGuyZachRob. A special thanks to Christina, who you can follow at Phoenix Stargirl, for doing that Addie read back at the start of the episode. As always, the best way to show your support for the show is to tell a friend about it or review us on Apple Podcasts. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, have a safe and happy holiday season.